Hi, I'm Dr. Lubitz. I'm Associate Veterinarian at Manchaca Village Vet. We're here at the clinic with my own kitty. This is Coco. We call her Cuckoo. We're going to try to pill her today and show some techniques that makes it easier to give your cat a pill, which is always a challenge. So the first thing that I recommend for people is to get supplies together. So supplies being pill pockets, because maybe my kitty will like the pill pockets, and that's the easiest way to get a pill into a cat is to stick it in a pill pocket. They eat it, no problem. I also have a syringe full of water. I'll show you what we use that for, and a pill popper, which I think is very useful. I also have a towel to wrap her up in. So I get everything together before I even start. And then the easiest way to pill a cat, as I mentioned, is to take part of the pill pocket without the pill and see if they'll eat it right off the bat. So I know in this environment that she probably won't, but at home she is more amenable to food and she will probably eat it at home. But no, she refuses, so that's not an option for us right now. So the next option is to just pop it in her mouth, and this we need to do quickly. So I'm going to try to do it as smoothly and quickly as possible. I'm going to grab her in front of the ears, behind the jaw, with my left hand. With my right hand, that's a little more dexterous because I'm right-handed. I'm going to take my middle finger and pull down her bottom jaw and use my index finger and my thumb to put the pill in the back of her throat. So here I go. I'm going to try. Here I go, really quickly in the back of her throat, and close her mouth so that she swallows it. I like to follow that with a little bit of water so that I know it's not going to stick in her esophagus and cause a problem. So I just do a little bit of syringe full of water. She swallows, and I know that pill gets down in there. So if that's not a possibility, my kitty's pretty friendly, or can be. She's terrified right now. But if that's not a possibility, then we can use a pill popper, because then you don't have to use your fingers in the back of her throat, getting risk, there's a risk of being bitten. So what I do is I take this pill popper, I put my pill, or in this case pill pocket, on the end. It kind of fits in a hole there. And again, I use my left hand behind her top jaw, and instead of my finger, I use the pill popper to pull down her bottom jaw, and then my index finger to depress the lever. So there we go, right in the back. That went a little bit more smoothly, and there's no risk to my finger of getting bit. I do, again, follow it with a little bit of water, so I know she's getting the pill, and it's not sticking in her throat, and that, even if it's in the back, that water will force her to swallow. So I do really like these. I think they're a useful tool. Our next step, especially if they're the kind of cats that like to paddle and you don't want to get scratched, is you can wrap them in a towel, we call it burrito. So you would take it around her front legs, and then I have a little bit more control over her, and I use the same technique. So I would again use my left hand on the top jaw, sort of in front of her ears, and I either use my hand or the pill popper in this case. An extra hand with another person is always helpful, so use your neighbor or friend, your husband, to hold the cat, and then you have your two hands completely free and you don't have to worry about struggling. The next thing I would say is if you have a carrier that they're used to, and I do try to get my kitties used to their carrier so that it's not a big anxiety-ridden event when we go to the vet, that they're used to their carrier, so when I put them in, it's a happy place, so I feed her in there, etc., occasionally, not every time. So you can actually put your kitty in the carrier, and then you have, again, just more control, so she's not going to run to the corner under the table where you're not able to get her, and I have more control over her body. So all those techniques work pretty well. It really depends on your cat. So easiest would be the pill pockets, of course. My kitty for years was on thyroid medication, and that's how she got it. Twice a day, every day, I'd give her a little bit of the pill pocket, she would eat it, and then the second piece would be her pill, and then I'd follow it up with a third piece as like a treat, and she didn't even know she was getting a pill. So that is that. If there's any questions, you can always give us a call, and we can also demonstrate with your own kitty. We're happy to do that here, because when they need their medicine, they need their medicine. Also, there can be options for liquid medication. So if it's hard with a pill, we can compound that medication into a liquid, or sometimes we even have a liquid available. So you can always ask us for that option.